The most popular electric cars in the United States this year, for the first half of this year, kind of interesting to see what they are and not what you would probably expect, especially considering these are not the most popular EVs anywhere else in the world. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. If you can support the channel by becoming a YouTube member, that'll be awesome. You get access to some videos not on the main channel. I'll put a link in the description. And also, if you feel like the channel gives you any value, if you can like the videos, that'd be awesome because that helps with the algorithm. Thanks. New data has revealed the winners and losers in America's EV market. And, well, kind of interesting, maybe a bit surprising. Some of the brands behind the best-known EVs and SUVs have seen demand go down, interestingly, this year. But sales of Hondas, their only American EV, has increased by 963%, which is, absolutely wild. Now, guys, I've got a separate video about that as well. Anyway, before we get to the actual numbers, Americans bought 607,000 electric cars in the first half of the year, which is up by not a whole lot, by about 9,000 versus last year. Last year it was 597,800. So, it's 9,300 more than last year. So, in other words, this means the US car market EV market has only increased by 1.5%, which is shockingly bad considering the fact that the rest of the world has increased by 30%. 30%. The US 1.5. And this is in spite of the fact that you can buy really good electric cars in America now, in the United States, for prices that are fairly comparable to internal combustion. The top performers, Tesla's Model 3, it did pretty well, increasing sales by 38% year over year to 101,000. And the Model Y, its sales dropped by 24% to 150,000, 171. Still, it was number one, of course. However, the Chevrolet Equinox EV, which is obviously a new car, while it jumped straight into the top five with 27,750 deliveries in the first half. Some buyers are considering other EVs that are not Teslas. However, Ford Mustang Mach-E, it had only a 2% drop. Some of the months this year for the Ford Mustang Mach-E haven't been great, but it's had a few months that are okay that helped it bounce back. Anyway, decline of 2%. Hyundai Ioniq 5 increased sales by 1.9%. The Honda Prologue, it had a 963% increase with 16,000 sales compared to 1,500 the previous year. But, it only went on sale in March of 2024. However, that said, Honda has brought out some pretty good deals, pretty good sales. So that has helped drive sales. GM, well, they've done pretty well. The Chevy Blazer EV was up 76%. The Silverado EV was up 67%. And to be honest, the Silverado EV, in my opinion, the best electric pickup truck based on what they cost on the market at this point in time. Ford, they claimed the top spot for the best-selling electric pickup with 13,000 of the F-150 Lightning. And in spite of the fact that sales for the F-150 Lightning have gone down by 16.7%. In second place for pickup trucks was the Cybertruck with 10,712 deliveries, and that was 7.3% less than in the first half of 2024. So here's the list, guys. You can see first, Model Y. Second, Model 3. By a long way. Way higher sales numbers than anyone else. I should point out, I think it's really kind of not fair to say Tesla sales, Model Y sales went down by 24%, considering the new model took, 4 months to get to market. So people were buying the old model and they knew there was a new model coming out. So a lot of people weren't buying. So, yeah, and of course there's been all the political stuff as well. Chevrolet Equinox was third, 27,750. Ford Mustang Mach-E fourth, 22,000 approximately. Hyundai Ioniq 5, 19,000. Honda Prologue, 16,000. The Ford F-150 Lightning, 13,000. BMW i4, 12,850. Chevrolet Blazer, 12,700. Nissan Ariya, 11,600. Rivian R1S, 11,500. Decline for Rivian of 28.8%, which is disappointing for them. Cybertruck, decline of 7%, 10,712. Acura ZDX, 10,300. Volkswagen ID4, 9,600, down 18%. Cadillac Lyric down 29% to 9,300. Toyota BZ4X down 2% to 9,250. Ironically, the BZ4X last year was garbage, and the one this year is not bad. They've improved it significantly. GMC Hummer up 73.7% to 8,000 sales. That's shocking to me. I don't understand why people are buying that car. Audi Q6 e-tron, 7,000. BMW iX, 6,700. Tesla Model X, down 45% to 6,700. Subaru Solterra up 21% to 6,500. Hyundai Ioniq 6 down 8% to 6,300. The Jeep Wagoneer, 6,200 sales. Guys, the Wagoneer right now is an absolute bargain. You can get them for 45,000 US dollars. Plus, they qualify for the US tax credit. Absolute bargain. Kia EV6 down 46% to 5,870. Chevy Silverado up 67% to 5,400. Why is General Motors not selling more Silverados? I don't understand. Anyway, I think it's really good. Porsche Macan, as you guys say in the United States, 5,100. Lucid Air, 5,100, up 17%. Now, Electric, I've said the Lucid Air is destroying everyone in the car market in America. I don't think 5,000 sales is the definition of destruction. But anyhow, Cadillac Optic, 4,900. Kia EV9, 4,940, down 49%, surprising to me. Although that said, I've got to say I think the new Hyundai Ioniq 9 is better than the Kia EV9, so, fair. Dodge Charger EV, 4,300. And then you can see, there's a few other models here. I think what we should look at here is which car sales, which have had the biggest decline. The Rivian R1T, shockingly bad, 47% drop from 6,500 last year to 3,400 this year. That's really disappointing. BMW i5 gone down 30%. Audi Q4 e-tron down 39%. The Kia Niro down 68%. The Tesla Model S down 70%. The Mercedes EQE down 75%. Hyundai Kona down 42%. Chevy BrightDrop, good numbers here, up 113%. The Mercedes EQS has been a massive flop. It's down 80%. The Audi Q8 e-tron down 82%. The Audi e-tron down 66%. You can see BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, they've had a few flops here that have actually declined massively in sales. Bit of a shock. Volvo XC40 down 80%. The Chevy Bolt down 98%. Of course, that's not on sale anymore, so that makes sense. Genesis G80 also down 45%. What were the winners? What has done really well? Well, I think it's fair to say the Tesla Model 3 has done quite well. It's up 38%. The Honda Prologue's done incredibly well, 963% rise. I mean, obviously coming off a very small base, but still good numbers. The Chevy Blazer up 76%, really good numbers for them. The Nissan Ariya up 24%. I don't know who's buying them, but I mean, I guess they're okay. So anyway, 24% growth. What else has done well? GMC's Hummer up 74%, truly bizarre to me. Subaru Solterra, good, up 21%. The Chevy Silverado up 67%, and the Lucid Air up 17%. Nissan Leaf up 28%. There's a new model. The new Nissan Leaf is actually pretty good. However, I probably wouldn't buy a Nissan personally because I think they're going to go bankrupt within the next few years. So they're the sales numbers so far for the United States this year. A few standouts here. There's obviously more models for sale on the market right now. Kia's EV sales, though, they fell horrendously. The market's gone up a couple of percent. Kia's EV sales went down by 54%. Yeah, that's disappointing. Mercedes-Benz EVs crashed by 55%. That's really shocking. Anyway, EQE, like I said, down 75%. EQS down 80%. People are just not buying Mercedes EVs now. They think they're not that good. And I've heard similar reports from people who own them saying the same thing. Rivian, first half of 2025, sales fell 30%. That's pretty disappointing. I'm a big fan of Rivian. I don't understand what's going on with Rivian. Now, what about brands? How are the brands going? Okay, percentage differences. Tesla versus the same. So let's compare the first 6 months of this year to the first 6 months of last year. Tesla down 11%. I think that's not too bad considering everything. And considering the Model Y, the new one, it really hasn't been out for that long. Pretty good result. I think if they'd had the new Model Y on the market from the beginning of the year, even with the politics stuff, I think they actually would have beaten their sales from last year. Chevy up 130.5%. Well done for Chevrolet. That's phenomenal numbers. Ford down 12%. Hyundai down 2.3%. BMW basically flat. Not too bad. Cadillac up 51%. General Motors is killing it. Well done. Rivian down 30%. Honda, there was no real numbers from last year, so they've gone from 1,500 to 16,317. So you can see General Motors has crushed it this year because Honda's cars are all made by General Motors. That's interesting, isn't it? Nissan up 25%. Good numbers for Nissan. Kia down 54%. Volkswagen 2.2% growth. Actually, Volkswagen sales are pretty good considering Volkswagen car sales in America are down 30% this year. Car sales, period. So that means a much higher percentage of the cars being sold by Volkswagen in America are EVs. Audi up 4%. GMC up 134%, obviously part of General Motors. So good results again for General Motors. Acura gone from 338 to 10,335. Toyota down 2%. Interesting that the company spending more money lobbying against EVs than pretty much anyone else in the world, their EV sales have gone down. So shock horror. Mercedes-Benz down 55. Others, don't know what they are, so no point focusing. Porsche, well done, up 250%. Porsche Macan EV, best-selling car for Porsche in the world this year. So yeah, kudos to them, guys. I test drove a Porsche Macan Turbo, which is not the petrol-powered version. They're all EVs. It's an EV that's called a turbo, which is just ridiculous, but phenomenal car. Crazy fast. So fast. It's like, I don't know how they made that car. Anyway, Subaru up 21%. Volvo up 171.5%. Well done to Volvo. Lucid up 18%. Lexus down 33%, a division of Toyota. No shock, no surprises there. Genesis down 24%. So those are the numbers for the first 6 months of this year in the United States. What are your thoughts, guys? How do you feel about how things are going to go in the US? Honestly, I'm very worried for the United States. I feel like they're going into the dark ages now that they've kind of become so isolationist and they're blocking electric cars from China. Of course, a lot of EVs will find their way in through Mexico from China. But all that aside, these numbers are very concerning. It's like the rest of the world's moving on to EVs and the United States is like, nah, mate. Nah, we want petrol. We want gasoline. So crazy. It's expensive. It's polluting. It's a bad thing. So I hope this changes. Guys, how will things play out in America? Americans, let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Bye-bye.